everybody knows. I think the other sisters aren't coming today.
No, I didn't see her.
They're not there.
One sister, she came, I don't know where she went.
Well, inshallah, since last time you did your first prayer, where you start the declaration. After that, it's for a Muslim is obligated. That's an obligation for her to pray 5 times. Okay, that's sort of obligation. So now the prayer is the very key element in Islam. And after declaration, so we come to this idea that how we will submit to Allah or ask everything in our life, or our focus, our conscious. So how we connect. Salah is an Arabic word that means to connect. Basically, salam is to connect. So basically, between yeah, you get it. Yeah, that's good. So basically, it's a connection between human being and the Creator. Okay. So this is the Allah, the Creator of heaven and earth, established. He commanded us, the Muslim, to pray to Him. All the Prophet and Messenger, they used to communicate to Allah through prayer. To pray to Allah and ask any help or whatever they need, and that's how. Now, in order to perform prayer, there are prerequisites there. Prerequisites, when we perform prayer, just go and pray them. There is the way to do it, number one. You have to wash yourself. Washing in English, we use ablution. Ablution is called, an Arabic word is wudu. W-U-D-U, and called wudu. Wudu and ablution. Ablution. A-B-L-U-T-I-O-N. Ablution. Ablution or wudu basically is the cleaning physically in some parts of your body, and then also making intention with that, and that will give you the idea that you are purifying yourself or cleaning yourself physically. At the same time, it affects you internally, spiritually. So you both the thing. The wudu is. Yeah. Okay. Wudu has 2 aspects, which is it purify you physically and also purify you and spiritually, internally. And it makes you ready before you perform your prayer. So it's like a prerequisite. Without the wudu, the prayer is not valid. So sometime in Islam, always we have to look into it. There are valid or invalid, and there are some things called obligatory, something called optional. Okay? The obligatory we call in Arabic word is fard. Fard. And optional things, which is called sunnah, which is property. And some of those sunnahs are highly recommended sunnah, which is called sunnah muqaddam. The word they use, muqaddam, means highly recommended sunnah. So there are going to be a fard or sunnah and highly recommended sunnah, which is muqaddam, which means the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, never stopped doing those sunnah, which is every day in his life. So that's why the scholar understood that these sunnahs are really highly recommended. But if you don't do it, you're never going to be accountable for that. You are accountable for obligatory, which is called fard. The fard is very important. Now, wudu is also a prerequisite, and wudu will become a fard, because if you are doing the fard salah, and without the wudu, then salah is not valid. That means you have to perform the wudu before you are preparing for the salah, we're going for the salah. So that's very important. Now, salah takes place 5 times a day. Okay. One, called the first one, early in the morning, before sunrise. And before sunrise, the prayer, the word we use called fajr. Fajr, or early dawn, which is called fajr, means early dawn prayer. And that is actually is before sunrise. Okay. Even you wake up like 10 minutes before sunrise, you should have enough time to perform wudu and go for the prayer. That's what it is. So you have to get up early morning, make sure that right now, nowadays the sunrise is around 6:40. 6:40. So it lets you get up 6:30, or maybe if you need to go to toilet, bathroom, you have more time to calculate how much time you're going to need that. Then you have to perform the wudu and the prayer. Okay. So those time you need to calculate set your alarm and then try to. Yeah. So you're okay right now. If you wake up 5 o'clock, there's plenty of time. You can do everything and you can perform it. And the sunrise is 6:40 right now. So it's a plenty of time for you. The second prayer is called Zohar.
Assalamualaikum
In Arabic word,
warahmatullahi
Zohar.
Waalaikumsalam. My mom is making pizza.
Oh,
Zuhur.
we have biryani
Or
also.
you can say Zuhur or Zuhr, Zohar, or Dhuhr, Zohar. Dhuhr. Sometimes they don't put a vowel there, but it's Zohar. Dhuhr or Zuhr. Some pronunciation is Zohar, but the more correct is a Dhuhr. Means Du. Yeah, Dhuhr is one. In India, Pakistan, they will use Zohar also. Yeah, that's what I said. That's the India, Pakistan style is called Z. But I'm just giving you both because if you come across somebody says Zohar, so you say that means Zohar. So there are both words. If some Pakistani Indian will say Zohar, but Arabs, they will say Dhuhr. And the correct is Dhuhr because the Arabic language is also. A lot of time in India, Pakistan, they will say, like, say Surah Fatiha in the end, Dwalin. And it should be Dwalin, Dwa, you know. So we'll talk about later on that. So those are some pronunciations. So that's why I'm just giving you both idea. If you hear about a lot of people who speaks from Pakistan, so they might use Z and Zohar or something like that. So in that way, you have to. The first one is the Fajr, which is F J R. You know, Fajr. Fajr is the early dawn. Second one is Dhuhr. Okay, Dhuhr. Okay, this is around right now. The time enters 12:40. Yeah, 12:40. Around 12:40, 12:38. Yeah, 12:41, 12:40 right now. It's gonna go down. It will go down every day, 1 minute, 1 minute. And there's a calendar printed out. You can pick up the calendar. Yeah, before you leave, so you pick out the calendar and we'll go with that. And the time ends when the sun reaches the level where the Zohar time ends. And the next prayer will call Asr. Asr. This is like this one. Do we just pray right now? It's called Asr. So Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr. A-S-R. Asr. A-S-R. Asr. Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr.
The basic time for Asr start. What is the measurement?
Yeah, well, the thing is this, you follow the calendar right now.
Yeah.
We're going to go with the deep, why is that, and how and why, that's the other knowledge, because how Prophet Muhammad established this. So with that, we're going to say detail in the future. But right now, because the important thing to know the name of those prayers, and then we're going to learn some basic things. And the fourth one, after this, called after sunset, the prayer start after sunset, called Maghrib. Okay, Maghrib, Maghrib. And the last prayer, before you go to bed, that will be your prayer called Isha. I-S-H-A, Isha prayer. His brother took Shahada last week. So we're going to be starting, alhamdulillah, just let you know that his brother accepted Islam last week. He was here. So we talked to him. So today we're giving a more dedicated lesson to him first. Inshallah. So those are the 5 prayers. Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha. Thank you. Now these prayers have the units. Every prayer has a unit. Okay. Now, what is the unit is actually the position of the prayer. A person is standing and then he goes to bow down. halfway, and then you go to prostration, called sujood. These three positions, this is called a standing, it's called qiyam. And this is called bow down, this is raku. Okay. R-U-K-U. And then prostration called sujood. Arabic word is prostration is sujood. Okay. This is called the one unit. Okay. Standing, bow down, and sujood. There are two sujood. The person comes up and another one. Okay, that's called the whole one unit. And then you stand up again, and you're going to bow down, and then go to sujood. You're going to do two sujood, and then he sits down. Okay, that will become 2 units. The fajr, basically, the first prayer has a 2 units. We'll explain. We'll show you how in the video how it looks like. So the fajr has a 2 units. Zuhr has a 4 unit. And Asr has 4 unit. And Maghrib has a 4 unit. And Isha has 4 units. Okay. Now we explain, these are called obligatory prayer. These are obligatory units. This is not the sunnah, this is obligatory prayers. So every Muslim is commanded to perform them. So those are called fard prayer. Fard means obligatory. 2 in the morning, 4 in the Zohar prayer, 4 Asr, 4 Maghrib, 4 Isha. 2 Fajr, 4, like a 2, 4, 4, 3 Maghrib, 3 Maghrib. Yeah, 3 Maghrib, 4 Isha. Yeah, 3 Maghrib and 4 Isha.
3 Maghrib.
Did I say 4? Yeah, okay. Yeah, 2, 4, 4, 3, 4. So 3 in Maghrib, so that's the number you remember. 2, 4, 4, 3, 4. It's like a phone number, we remember that? 2, 4, 4, 3, 4. So this is the number we will remember. These are called the obligatory prayer. Now in Isha, there is one more prayer called, many scholars say that we should always do it after the Fajr. That's called Witr prayer. The Witr prayer, the word called Witr, just after the Isha, you do that. And Prophet used to do in the late night, he used to wake up in the late night, he used to do it. But we can do it after Isha. And that can be done only 1 unit. Minimum is 1 unit. It could be 3, it could be 5, it could be 7, but the minimum is 1 unit. Witr means odd. The word witr means odd. So 1 is odd, basically 3 is odd, like 5 is odd. So the minimum is you can do. So when in the beginning, you will start 2, 4, 4, 3, 4 plus 1, 5. Okay. So this will be your obligatory prayer, but you start with that formula first. Then in future, you can add on to some highly recommended sunnah, which is we call sunnah muqaddam, highly recommended, which is before Fajr, there is 2 units. The Prophet used to do it. Okay. And Zuhr, we have a 6 unit, 4 first and 4 after the prayer. And in the Asr time, we don't have any highly muqaddam sunnah, which is highly recommended sunnah. Maghrib, we have after 3 rakat, there are 2 over there. And Isha prayer, we also have 2 you can do in the beginning and 2 after, or you can do after Isha prayer too. So basically 2, 6, 8, and then Maghrib 2 is called 10, and Isha after 2, 12. These 12 are highly recommended, and there is a very good narration about the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Say anybody perform these additional prayer, he will have a house in the Jannah. So there is a lot of opportunity for people to encouragement to do that. But in the beginning, like I said, it's going to be hard for you to start it. So you're going to be doing 2, 4, 4, 3, 4 plus 1. That's it. Okay, that's your start. Now, before we start the prayer, like I said, we have a prerequisite how to perform the wudu. Wudu is a very simple thing. We can watch the video on it, and we can look into also. And if there is any thing comes up, then we will discuss on that. Let's see. But there's a variety of it, not to waste so many water. I'm not going to give you the general how to do the wudu, and later on you control and the water. You know, because a lot of times the people spend a lot of water to clean themselves, because the Prophet did not use much water. He uses it like if you have a bottle of a small bottle, you can probably perform the wudu with that. But let's go first the one which is I think I like to. Let's see this one.
Begin in the name of Allah by saying Bismillah.
Okay.
Step 2.
First step is Bismillah. And that you have to always make intention that in your heart that you are going to perform the prayer and you are going to preparing for wudu. So before you do it, then we say Bismillah. Bismillah means in the name of Allah. In the name. Yeah. So first you make intention and you say, I'm going to, in your heart you will make intention that I'm going to perform the purification, or I'm going to perform the wudu, and then you say Bismillah. So before you start, you will say Bismillah. This is just like he explained to here. Okay.
Completely wash the hands, including the wrists and between the fingers
Let me
3 times.
put some
Step
more
3.
sound here.
Put water into your mouth using the right hand. Swirl it around in your mouth, then expel.
Wudu karo.
Do this 3 times. Step 4. Sniff water into the nostrils as far as possible with the right hand, and then blow it out using the left hand. Do this 3 times. Step 5. Washing the face from the forehead to the chin, and from the
We'll
left
repeat again.
earlobe
Just watch.
to the right earlobe, making sure the whole face is washed. Do this 3 times. The one who has a beard should also run the wet fingers through it. Step 6. Wash the right arm beginning at the fingertips, washing the entire hand and arm up to and including the elbow. Do this 3 times. The same is done for the left arm, beginning at the fingertips, washing the entire hand and arm up to and including the elbow. Do this 3 times. Step 7. Starting at the fringe, moving the hands to the back of the hairline and then back to the fringe, all in one movement. This is done once only. Step 8. Wipe the insides of both ears with the index fingers and the back of the ears with the thumbs. This is done only once. Step 9. Wash the right foot including the ankle. Make sure between the toes are also washed using the small pinky finger. Do this 3 times. The same is done for the left foot, washing it up to and including the ankle, ensuring you wash between the toes using the small pinky finger. Do this 3 times. Step 10. It is preferred to seal your wudu with a declaration of faith, saying, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. This means, I bear witness that there is no God worthy of worship except Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is his slave and messenger. You may also add to this saying, Allahumma ja'alni min al-tawwabin wa ja'alni min al-mutatahhirin, which means, O Allah, make me among those who turn in repentance to you, and make me among those who purify themselves. Upon the completion of the steps of wudu, one is now ready to pray as long as they don't nullify the wudu. Actions that nullify wudu. This includes passing urine or feces, passing wind. Other things that nullify wudu include deep sleep, whereby one loses awareness, unconsciousness or intoxication, touching the private parts, with the hand and fingers without a barrier, intimate relations between husband and wife. If a person forgets whether they have nullified their wudu or not, then this does not nullify their ablution, regardless of whether the person is praying or not, until they are certain that they have nullified their ablution. Don't forget that you must perform the steps of wudu in order.